What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 7th episode of Stuff on Small Talk. I'm your host, Steph Ravello, and we are broadcasting from Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to Humble Park. So in today's video, I want to talk about student debt and how to pay that off faster. Things that I'm currently doing to pay off quicker. I want my student debt out of my life. I just graduated. It's already bothering me. I log in every day. Every day I look at that number. It's gone from 27 to 24 now in 2 months. I'm pretty happy about that, but it's staring me in the face. So I wanna attack it as soon as I can. So most of these ways I'm about to talk about are gonna take a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of behavioral change it's a change of your lifestyle. So if you haven't paid off your debt sooner than what you have liked, that means you haven't changed your behavior. You're still doing the same. You're following old habits that are hindering you from achieving that goal. So I hope that these ways can help you pay off your debt sooner. And this could be for any debt, credit card debt. It literally could be for anything. But specifically for student debt, the first thing you can do is put it on Autopay. It sounds simple, right? It sounds easy, but actually, from talking to people, a lot of people didn't have it on Autopay, and most loan collecting services, like the one I use is OSLA. I actually get a 0.25% interest rate deduction when I put it on Autopay. So I'm actually paying this. It seems like a small amount, 0.25%, but guys, financial gains, it's all about a lot of small wins. It's a bunch of small wins that collectively build up to a big win. So saving dollars here and there is huge, and that is key to keep in mind, that you're not going to see some drastic change in your life. It's small changes that build up to something great. So putting your loans on Autopay, you'll have to check with your provider, but from what I researched, most offer that. So yeah, just get on the Autopay and get that 0.25%. I mean, that's a free discount, so why not take it? You gotta make the payment anyway. Second, seems like another obvious one, pay higher than the minimum. So I get, if you can't do that right away, I understand that. Settle into your life, try to find areas where you could cut back, and then go forward from there. But I know some people, I have people in mind right now that I know for sure are able to pay more than the $250, $350, whatever the minimum payment is, and they flat out choose not to, just because they want the cash in hand. I don't know what the reasoning is, but if you can pay more than the minimum, I highly do it. And what I would try to do is, whatever your minimum payment, if you can, let's say you get paid 2 times a month if you're on salary, try to make each check that minimum payment. So if it's $250, try to get $250 from each check, make it $500. That alone will cut the time you have them in half. If you have if you're projected to pay off in 10 years, it'll be paid off in 5. So really, just make more than the minimum payment if you're able to. If it's 5, if it's 10, if it's $50, if $100, whatever it is. Like I said, that little increment will be a huge gain for you. The next one is just financial sacrifice. So, and it's funny. So actually, last month, October, I didn't realize, I'm a pretty cheap guy, but I was on the verge of dropping, I remember, I was buying an FSU jacket and FSU sweatpants. Winter's coming in Chicago, I don't have enough winter clothing, so I was buying stuff. And I found this Florida State gear. It was beautiful, but it was pricey. It was like I was going to buy sweatpants and 2 jackets. It was like close to $200. It was something crazy. It's something that I didn't feel comfortable, and I almost pulled the trigger. I'm like, I need winter clothing. And I try to trick myself if this was a good investment, even though I could have just bought something from Marshall's for $10, but I wanted to go big. And I put my card info, and right before I was about to make the purchase, I stopped myself. And that's sacrifice. I exited out. I opened up my loan payment, and whatever I was going to spend on that, it was like $200. I spent on my loans. And I've done that with multiple purchases already. I've done that with food. I was debating if I should go out to eat, either Chipotle or go cook at home. And I was like, I'll go cook at home. Right when I got home, after I ate, I opened up my laptop and I put $8. Whatever I was going to spend at Chipotle at $8 or $10, I put it on my student debt, and I did the numbers, and I almost spent like $400 on eating out. Those $200 I almost bought those clothing for, and I didn't buy any. I didn't go out to eat any of those times. I didn't buy those clothes. I just bought some cheap stuff on Amazon, and I put those $200 towards my loan payment. And yeah, I mean that one's gonna take self strength and just having the will to not make a forced purchase. If you're a guy, instead of buying that $100 jersey, put that to your loan payment. If you're a female, instead of buying that $200 shoes or purse, put it towards your loan payment. Like, guys, it is key. Little wins. It's gonna go a long way. And the last way, which is the easiest and an actual thing you can do, not just, change your behavioral habits. Like, this one's like a real thing you could do. It's an app called Changed. So it's very similar to the app Acorns. I'm sure most of you are familiar. And if you're not, Acorns is an app where it rounds up your expenses. So let's say you spent $1.50 at McDonald's. It'll round up that expense to $2. It'll take that 50 cents and store it into the app. Now for Acorns, it invests that change. But on the app it's called the college app is called Changed. This platform does the same thing where it rounds up your expenses, but it's specifically designed for student debt and for student loans. So it collects the roundup expenses, and once it reaches $100, it will automatically make the loan payment for you. This Friday actually is gonna be my first payment. I'm gonna reach $100, and I've only had the app for 3 months. So if every 3 months you're getting $100, that's $400 in the year that you weren't expecting to make off change. Literally, I don't even notice it leaving my bank account, and out of nowhere, I'm getting a $100 loan payment, which is beautiful. It's so nice. It's convenient. It really works out well. And the great thing about this app is you could also put other family members on it. So you could put your mom and dad's card info, and they can round up their expenses, and you get the credit. They got to put their card info, and then they put that they want the money going to you. They just put your name and your account information, and whenever they spend money, it rounds up and gets stored to your account. So if every 3 months you're getting $200 from yourself and your mom, and then you add your dad, it's $300. Like, guys, it will cut the years you have your debt significantly. Like, it will make a big difference. So yeah, app Changed. I'd get on that today. I would download it right now if you're in student debt. Behavioral change, guys. Sacrifice. You don't need that extra stuff. You don't need that nice gear. Make the loan payment. I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but you'll thank yourself later. And Autopay. Check if your provider gives you that 0.25% interest rate deduction when you put it on Autopay. And yeah, more than the loan payment, more than the minimum, guys, if you can. And I know most of you can. Like, you can do it. You can put more than $300. You could put another 50, another 100. Do it, and you will thank yourself later on. So with that, if you guys like the video, please drop a like, please subscribe, and until next time.